Good afternoon from Ho Chi Minh City. So the big news this week has been the so-called inversion of some of the yield curves in the US between the 3 and 5-year curves. And the 10 and 2 haven't inverted yet, but they're very close to. The reason people are watching that is because it usually implies a recession within the next 12 to 18 months. So let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks on that front. Data today, Friday in the US, will be the payroll numbers. Market expects 195,000 job creation. That will be dictating what the Fed does next year. We're pretty much sure that next week they will raise rates as they announced. Our view is that 3 rates hike in 2019 is very unlikely because inflation is still benign, even though wages are going up, but they're not going up at a rate that significantly will affect inflation. We're writing our 2019 yearly report, and I will send it to you as we've done by the end of the month. Our main outlook is cautious on equities, a bit more bullish on Asian emerging market equities than the rest of the world, and a bit cautious on bonds. As of today, bond yields have retreated quite a bit in the US from 3.2% on the 10-year to 2.9%. And that's the dilemma for investors. What do you do now? Do you buy more equities or do you buy more bonds? They'll have to figure this out before the end of the year or in early January, when asset allocators are mandated in general to put money to work. So in Vietnam, the market has stabilized. It's around our range of 960 to 1,040 that we mentioned a few months ago. It did go lower than 960, but it hasn't crashed. There's still low liquidity from foreigners, although we've seen some positive buying on Vinamilk, for example, which is one of the largest traded stock here, which is indicative of maybe that the pressure from foreign selling is over. That's one of our hypotheses that we think is possible for the market in the next few months. So we would expect the rally to continue until the end of the year, although it's already been a very good month starting from November. So maybe the rally will slow down, but we don't expect a crash in the Vietnamese market anytime soon for now, unless external conditions change quite a bit. So we will talk to you in January as we are busy preparing our yearly report. Have a good Christmas and New Year.